Welcome members to another weekly market update, Sunday, September the 3rd after the market closed on Friday, September the 1st. Please, as always, check the other video for the overall market update direction. So here's where we look at over my shoulder, see what's going on. And the big story this week is gold. Has been commentating on for the last 2 weeks. Gold was turning around and breaking out, and I said that if it overcame this downwards trend here that the uptrend was on, I've been saying over the last few weeks now, this is what's called a double bottom there. It looks like a W pattern, and once it had broken out of that W, which it did there, I said that the long-term trend for gold had turned around. It's going to be up, and it promptly turned around, and this week it really shot up. I did say though that it was up. The timing of this was up to the daily chart here of when to get in, and we had there this resistance here at this level, and once it had overcome that then we'd have the cue to go ahead. And that's exactly what happened the very next day after I said that. There it is. There's the breakout, consolidates, keeps on hanging in there. So gold is on. The metal, the miners. This is a trade I'm going to be on now, and this is going to be I think a good. Looks like a good upwards trend now in place for gold. So you can trade it in different ways. You can trade the metal, you can trade the miners, you can spread bet, you can options, you can buy, whatever you want to do. Those are the ways to play it. So after most breakouts though, there is like a little pullback, but it's not guaranteed. And if it after this breaks out here, it could pull back into this kind of 123, 124 area. So what you're supposed to do, if I get in here and it pulls back, then I'm not in at the best price, but at least I'm in on the trade. If I wait for the pullback and the pullback never happens, then I've got nothing on at all. So what I tend to do is hedge my bets. So I get a little bit on now and a bit more if it goes down and things like that. So that in this area, as long as I'm going to be buying that kind of area, gold or the miners, then this is I think it's looking like a good trade. And there's the miners, the ETF there. That's the GDX. But I like to trade there's other one actually, which is the junior miners, GDXJ. And that one's got a bit more action to it if one was more inclined. And this one's interesting because the 200-day seems to be the line in the sand there to trade the miners with. And there it is on the weekly chart. That's the junior miners. So there's a little bit more risk reward there. Another risk reward, a bit more risk reward, is with NUGT, which is 3 times GDX. So it's 3 times whatever GDX does, which is the miners ETF. And this one has been very respectful of the 40-week. You can see it goes below, it drops, it gets above, it goes up, it closes below, it goes down, and it's just closed above. So I think this is a good signal here. There's the weekly chart for gold again, by the way. Let's just look at that. So I love how look how it's now no longer in a downtrend. It's turned around. The moving average is pointing up. The price is above it. The moving average. That's a really healthy position. NUGT is the way I'm going to play it. Let's look at the weekly chart again of that. My stop will simply be a close below the 40-week. That means that it doesn't apply till the Friday, because the weekly chart isn't complete till the Friday. So that's my entry point there. I'm going to acquire a little bit here, and if it pulls back, then I'll get a little bit more around here. As long as on the weekly close is above the 40-week, then I'll stay in that one and ride that one upwards. So let's look at what else we've got going on. There's Tile. Beautiful how that just respected the 200-day line then, and then it's off it goes. Hopefully you'll get a bit more there. Another one that I'm looking at is CLF. Made some money on this one before. It dropped below the 200-day, slipped out of its upwards trend, but now it looks like it might be trying to make an effort upwards again. Nice healthy action there. The 40-week is my line in the sand to get out of the trade. If it closes below that in the weekly, I'll get out. But right now, there's a very low risk entry point there, and hopefully that uptrend will continue. So they're the only ones I got over. Let's look at the yen, of course, the Japanese yen. It's turned around this week actually, which provides me with a break-free exit point, because this no longer looks like a bona fide downtrend. It's a pretty messed up chart actually, but what I don't like about it is the 40-week is now starting to curl over and not point down, so it's not as bearish as it was. So when it's not that no-brainer kind of slam dunk looking trade, I'm inclined to take an opportunity to get out while the market gives me one. That's where I got in the trade, which is about exactly where it is now. So I will get out of that without losing anything. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, and it's nice when you're able to get out like that, when it doesn't go according to plan. So that's where I'll leave off with that. And that's all we've got going on right now. The one I'm really excited about is the miners. So I will leave you with 3 times GDF, and hopefully we've got a big upside here. Even if I was just to buy the stock, never mind spread betting options, all that other good stuff. I think that could, with Nugget, this could possibly triple just by buying the stock alone. In any case, I have a tight exit point if that doesn't go according to plan. But all's looking well in the gold patch, and I will speak to you next week.